This video is going to look and sound a little different from my usual content because this topic is serious, complex, and infuriating. As we're going through this story, I want you to keep this one simple question in the back of your mind. When was the last slave freed in America?
1865, at the end of the Civil War. Everyone knows that. That's probably the second easiest elementary school history question I could possibly think of.
Well,
okay, if you want to get technical about it, it was after the 13th Amendment, which was a few months after the war ended. Is this some kind of trick question where you're going to claim something abstract like shift work is actually a continuation of slavery?
No. Traditional chattel slavery.
Juneteenth, final answer.
Still wrong.
Is this going to be another hour-long Knowing Better video about how something we thought ended a century ago actually didn't?
The standard myth that America was founded on freedom, slavery ended after the Civil War, and segregation lasted until Martin Luther King doesn't really explain the current state of racial inequality and leaves a lot more questions than answers. I mean, if Black people have been free for 150 years, why is there still so much inequality? Why haven't they caught up yet? You can come at this from multiple different angles. Why do they perform worse in school? Why do they make less money? Why are they convicted of more crime? Why aren't they elected to office at a rate more proportional to— The point is, you're never given an answer to these questions. You're left to make it up on your own. If America is the land of equality and some people just can't seem to do well, there must be something inherently different about that group of people specifically that prevents them from succeeding. Most Americans are never taught that maybe the system itself is rigged against them. But even more than that, they never learned that the fundamental premise of that question, that slavery ended 150 years ago. As a social studies teacher, I can assure you that no K-12 student is being taught that America is a racist country or was founded on racist ideals. And they're certainly not learning critical race theory, because if you stray from that standard story, you'll have an angry parent on the phone by the afternoon, and you'll be talking to your superintendent by the end of the week. Before you assume anything, that did not happen to me. I 100% believed that version of American history the entire time I worked in a classroom. And honestly, for years afterward. As an educator, there is nothing worse than realizing you've been teaching a lie, even if it's only a lie by omission. The full story makes so much more sense that I wish this stuff was taught in school, because then we might actually demand some changes. I don't feel any guilt for being white, but I do feel guilty that I believed the fairy tale version of American history for so long. At least now I know better, and so do you.